Welcome YouTube. We're back here at Dom's tank. This is Tonio's house. We're going to be dosing the tank with a little bit of copper. We have a quarantine tank, and what we have is we're going to keep this tank in a little bit of hyposalinity, and the temperature is going to be slightly elevated at about 80 degrees rather than 75, which is what we normally try to keep it at. We're using a API test kit. This is to measure the level of copper. And so a couple of things about treating the tank with copper. First of all, we have some live rock in there, but once you treat the tank with copper, the live rock is supposedly rendered useless. The tank is rendered, will have traces of copper in it no matter what you use to take it out. So, and it also inhibits the filtration system, and you definitely don't want to treat with copper and run a UV sterilizer at the same time. So we've just tested our copper level. We don't want to over test, but we did the testing, and we're at about 0.25 parts per million of copper at the moment. So we're going to increase the copper level. And once we get the copper level, right now we have a couple of baby fish that we're drip acclimating, and that's about the rate of acclimation that we're using. And so far it's been about a half hour. We'll move them into the tank in about 15 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes, 15, 20 minutes. So also, we're gonna run with this since we started with this, and we still have some more, but we picked up this other Copper Power. Claims to be a little bit safer, but it also treats fungus and other parasites. So we might give this a try once we use up some of this. So relatively speaking, these fish can catch ick or come down with anything at any time, so hence the quarantine tank. So we're putting everything in here first. We're letting them stay in here for about a month. We're using Vogel, which is like almost like a vitamin.
Immune booster.
To fatten them up, so to speak, give them some vitamins, feed them heavily, and when they show that they're making progress in the quarantine tank, we'll move them to the main display tank, so that the idea here is if they have anything, they'll come down with it in the quarantine tank. So far everything's working as planned, but we did put some live rock in there, more or less not so much for the biological activity, but for some shelter for the fish. We've also picked up some PVC fittings, as you can see, various sizes, so the fish can hide in there and live in there and so forth. So we'll let you know how the rest of the treatment comes out. And until next time, keep watching, and we've got some cool stuff coming. So be sure to check our webcam. Also, we'll put a link on the bottom to the 24-hour webcam to the tank. Anybody can go on there and see the tank 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and see the progress, see the additional fish. We did get an anemone recently. Can we go see the anemone? It's kind of has moved to a tough spot, but we got an anemone. This is a rose bubble tip anemone for the maroon clown that's been with us for a couple of years, and he really likes that anemone. In fact, you can't get close to it or he'll lash out violently towards you. So, but the main tank is doing well. We still have been really slow with adding any new specimens until we're absolutely sure that there was no more ick, and we haven't added anything until quarantine period's over. So until next time, you're watching Dom's Tank, Tonio's house. We'll be with you soon.
Cut!